Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be doing our daily transparency update as usual. And if you're new here, that just includes us talking about the portfolio's gains or losses for every single stock market day, whether it's a pretty significant day like today where we're up 5%, or if it's a day where we're down thousands of dollars. I always like to have that transparency with you all and keep it real. And of course, we always have to talk about Tesla stock a little bit since it is 100% of our portfolio. So with that being said, if you enjoy the Tesla videos and the transparency, please make sure to smash that like button. But getting right into this one for today, we have Tesla stock currently at a share value of $635.99 per share. If we take a look at the historical data for Tesla stock on Yahoo Finance, we have a few recent numbers here, but right here for the day it says the high was $642.75 per share, and the actual all-time high itself was on December 9th where it was at a share value of $654.32. And since that point in time, we have gotten a few days where it's been close to that with the 648.79 number and the 651.28 number, so today is certainly getting up there and near that record all-time high share price for Tesla stock. And in terms of the actual market close today, we closed at a share price of $639.83 per share, and that is still pretty close to the all-time high close, which was at $649.88, and then there was a few of them around there as well at the 641.76 number. But that just shows how close we are to reaching this all-time high number once again. And with this recent dip that we had, this just shows how fast Tesla stock has been able to recover some of those losses already and get really close to this all-time high share price. So all it's going to take is just a few percentage points upwards in the green for us to break another record in terms of this stock price, which gets me pretty excited. Like I said, I would not be surprised at all if we hit $700 to $800 per share sometime between now and a little bit after S&P 500 inclusion. I think that's easily possible for that to happen just with this week alone. And I think a lot of the movements that we've been seeing today is from some retail investors out there, probably some institutional investors, but I think the institutional investors and the index fund trackers are more going to be around that time of Friday because a lot of them are trying to match up somewhere near that S&P 500 inclusion purchase price. Taking a look at the portfolio today, we are currently at a value of $256,324.22, and in the normal market hours today, we had a plus 5.41% gain. That was plus $13,244.38, and then in the after hours, we are currently at minus 0.66%, which is minus $1,704.47. So overall, this has been a great day for Tesla stock, and even just taking a look at the after hours right now, I would not consider that at all representative of what the next day is going to look like because a lot of things can change in just a matter of a few hours, and as we know with Tesla stock, it's just even more amplified and more volatile, so it can go in either direction. However, in general, I'm expecting a bullish week, at least until we see what happens with Friday. I think there's going to be some index fund trackers purchasing near that time, like I said, but then again, we're also going to have some short-term traders trying to offload some of their shares for a quick profit to these index fund trackers into the S&P 500. So I'm really interested to see where Friday goes because that's also quadruple witching, meaning that a lot of options expire that day as well. So Friday could be absolute madness. I have no idea where it could go that day, but regardless, I feel like it's not going to be boring at all. And that's just the fun thing with owning Tesla stock, even aside from being interested in that vision and what they're accomplishing with vehicles and energy right now. Even aside from that, it's just entertaining to own the stock because it's always doing something, whether it's up or down. There's plenty of opportunities to be found with this stock because sometimes even when we do have sell-offs, those are big opportunities for discounts. But taking a look at the movement for Tesla stock today, we started out at plus 1.33% in the pre-market. That was at around plus $3,267. And then once the normal market hours opened up at 9:30 a.m., we had a plus 1.62% gain. We hit this peak at 9:40 a.m. and it dipped a little bit afterwards, and we hit the lowest point of the day, which was at 9:50 a.m. And this is where we kind of go back to what I was talking about with the volatility with Tesla stock and how a lot of things can change in just a matter of a few minutes. But even at the lowest point of the day, we were still in the green at plus 0.61%, and then that's when it started to significantly go upwards, and it kind of started this upwards trend for the rest of the day. And we hit this peak at 10:45 a.m. at plus 5.03%, and that's when we started to have a lot of volatility pretty much until the very end of the day, with that general trend kind of being not a significant movement, but kind of just straight across here until this 355 marker. and we hit that plus 5.35% marker. So a really solid gain for the normal market hours. And I would not be surprised if we see some more days like this week. And especially as that share price continues to grow, if we hit a $700 share price, even if the stock grows 5% in one day, that's a lot of gains on a $700 share. Even 5% is like 35 bucks added on to each share price you own. And taking a look at the rest of the market in comparison to Tesla stock today, we always like to see what everything else is doing just to see if this is a common trend among a lot of the stocks in the market. And surprisingly, with today, we have NASDAQ and VOO both in the red. I think that could possibly be because of some retail investors selling off, because they know a lot of funds are going to have to be freed up for the institutional investors to fund their Tesla purchases. So maybe this is the effect of some short-term minded retail investors that are trying to go ahead and avoid the sell-off that a lot of institutional investors are going to have to do to free up some funds to buy Tesla stock. So I wonder if that's possibly the cause of it, or if it's just your typical stock market movement. It's pretty much impossible to know for sure, but just taking a look at the rest, even aside from NASDAQ and VOO, and addressing that, NASDAQ was at minus 1.30%, VOO was only at around minus 0.21%, but in terms of some of the other ones on my list, we had Amazon in the green today, Adobe in the green today, Shopify took a little bit of a dip, Nvidia was in the green heavily, Microsoft in the green, so a lot of the tech stocks actually performed pretty well today, at least in terms of the ones on my list. And as a lot of us know, if the stock market is performing well, or at least the ones from a sector that is also a sector of the stock you own, like Tesla stock, I would still consider it more of a tech sector stock rather than just a vehicle stock in itself. I'm pretty sure that most people understand by now that Tesla stock is not just an auto company, and they are so much more than that. They're basically just a bunch of Silicon Valley tech startups, and even Elon Musk has said that himself, and I just view them as more of like a tech software company. But just addressing the different movements for each time frame of the portfolio, for the past week we are currently at plus 1.87%. That is plus $4,712.95. For the past month we are currently up 58.78%. That is plus $94,895.24. For the past 3 months, we are currently up 45.95%. That is plus $80,701.60. For the past year, we are up 149.04%. That is plus $153,399.52. And then finally, for the all-time chart, we are at plus 149.70%, which is plus $153,672.84. With this all-time chart for the portfolio, we are almost at 150% in gains. This is a little over a year, I would say like a year and 11 or 12 days. So this is actually some really good performance, and Tesla stock is continuing to pretty much just skyrocket. And I'm not really surprised. My expectations coming into this Monday, I was actually pretty bullish. I was expecting a day like today. I didn't know in terms of how green it would be, but I certainly can't complain about a 5.41% gain in normal market hours. But I'm really excited to see where the rest of this week goes, especially these next couple of days, and on Friday and Monday. Those are the really big days that I'm thinking of. And then in terms of a downturn, I am kind of by default expecting possibly a sell-off, and I would be okay either way, because if there's a big significant sell-off afterwards, I'll probably go ahead and just max out my Roth IRA and buy more Tesla stock. But right now I'm kind of saving that money because I'm trying to focus on getting my taxes paid in April. So that's the only reason that I'm not spending any of my cash right now. But if I see a huge discount with Tesla stock, I'm probably going to be making a purchase if there is a sell-off afterwards. And by the way, what you see right here, this is margin availability. This is not actual cash that I have. Now, I do already own around $26,000 on margin. I bought 25K of Tesla stock just a while back, if you're new here and aren't familiar with that. So if I am making purchases, it's really just going to be me paying off some of my margin, and that will grow the portfolio value a little bit because it doesn't show the value that I borrowed on margin here until I pay it off, which I kind of like it that way because I don't want to see money here that I haven't paid off just yet. But anyways, of course, I just wanted to share a little portfolio update, and I will be uploading a separate video just continuing that conversation on S&P 500 inclusion, because I know that a lot of people right now, they just want to talk about the stock and speculate a little bit, and I kind of just want to give my thoughts on that as well. So I will be uploading a video on that as well and talking about today's movements a little bit more in depth. But as always, of course, please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and also feel free to check out my referral links to Robinhood and Webull in the description below. You can get a free stock with Robinhood right now, and especially with Webull, you can get 4 free stocks right now. I'm really surprised that this hasn't expired yet, so I would definitely recommend at least checking it out because it's basically free money. I actually got my parents to sign up to Webull today, and my mom already got free stocks. She got like $6.50 with 2 free stocks for just signing up with my referral link. Didn't have to deposit anything, but like I said, just for signing up with my referral link with Webull, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $250. And you can also get another 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 if you deposit $100 into your Webull account. And you should be able to take that $100 right back out after you get your free stocks. It may take a little bit for it to let you withdraw it, but I believe it will let you eventually. That's what it did for me. I just had to wait a little bit and I was able to take that $100 right back out. And I'm also getting my mom to do that as well because it's basically just free money and I don't see any reason to pass up on that. And it also helps support the channel, which I really appreciate. Even aside from all of that though, I'm just really excited to see this case scenario unfold with Tesla stock because we've never really seen anything like this happen in the market before. I mean, we're talking about a huge number of shares having to be purchased with Tesla stock, and I just don't think we've ever seen a scenario unfold like this before. And I think a lot of major investors in the future are going to be looking back on this event in history, and it will probably be viewed and compared to future stock market events as well, kind of similar to how a lot of us Tesla investors looked back on previous stock splits and how that affected the share price for various companies in the past when we were trying to speculate and explore the idea of what could happen with Tesla stock with a stock split. So I think this might be an event in history that will be studied in the future, just in terms of how the market reacted to this event and all of these different moving components that are going to be occurring near each other in terms of the time frame. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.